All right, I am here with Alex Kelly. Alex, why don't you introduce yourself and why are we talking today?
Sure. I'm Alex Kelly. They call me the Juggernaut. And yeah, I'm looking to fight on March 18th versus Gianna for a title, 135 pounds on USK. I'm really excited for it, but yeah, I'm ready to get going.
Yeah, that fight's just under 1 month away. And let's talk about first the weight. Is this the lowest you have fought? It certainly is the lowest you fought in USKA, but is it the
Mhm.
lowest you have fought?
Nope, I fought at 132 before. I feel like that's the weight class I'm really comfortable. I just always struggle to find girls at 132, 135.
Right,
So
right.
I'll take anything up to 145. I don't really care. I'm game for whatever.
Yes, yeah, I know that you are. Because you are the USK 145-pound champion. You won that quite some time ago against Sonia Reyes.
Mhm.
Tell me what you've done since then, because you've done a lot, especially with the WKA.
Yeah, so I've been on the WK circuit for a couple of months. I won their Glory tournament in August for the second time. I competed at the World Tournament in November. I got silver in both Muay Thai and Glory kickboxing. So I've been really preoccupied with those two tournaments. That's where all my focus has been for the past, I'd say the past year, honestly. But I'm really looking forward to getting back on the promotions, especially with USK. I love you guys. You guys have always treated me so well as a fighter, so I'm really excited.
Oh yeah, well everybody loves you here and they love watching you fight. So
Thank you.
it's always our pleasure. Yeah, that's quite a few accomplishments. Let's go back to your first fight. When was your first fight? How many years ago was that?
Oh boy, my first fight was 3.5 years ago. It was pre-COVID. It was the WK tournament, the Nationals tournament. I only did the novice division. I lost my first fight. That was in Glory, and then I won in Muay Thai, and I won the novice title. So that felt very fulfilling. And then from there, I've just been bouncing around between Glory, K1, Muay Thai, anything I can get.
What is your preferred style?
I like Glory. I like Glory kickboxing. That's definitely where I feel like I excel the best.
Uh-huh. And now this is punches, kicks, knees, and elbows. So
Mhm.
how do you feel about that? And have you had a fight like that before?
Yeah, I have had full rules fights. I've never had no gear before. I am so excited for that. I'm so excited to not have to wear headgear. I always feel like it gets turned around. It's a lot more difficult to move my head, so I'm excited for that. I've thrown elbows in fights before. I like to describe myself as a kickboxer who uses Muay Thai techniques. So I don't have the style of a Muay Thai fighter, but I can clinch up and I can elbow with the best of them. So I'm really excited to be able to use all those tools.
Right, very, very good. How do you feel about Gianna? Because she's had. I talked to her yesterday. She's 6-0. She's
Hmm.
undefeated, and most of those fights have been full rules for her. I believe
Hmm.
she said all of them but one. So how do you prepare for that, and how do you feel about this fight?
I feel really good. I'm going into it. I have honestly have a chip on my shoulder after losing my last fight in the finals of the World Tournament. So nothing against Gianna. I've seen her fight before. She's very competitive. She's very good. But I just, at this point, there is no opponent you can give me where I don't have the intentions of just coming in full force, aggressive, like my style, just doing what I want to do. As far as the difference in her being more pure Muay Thai, I'm not super concerned about it. Um, I've done more kickboxing just because that was what was available to me. But I feel like in the Muay Thai style, I feel equally as confident. So I'm feeling pretty good overall.
Very good, very good. Yeah. So let's go into right now. Let's talk about the WKA and where you went for the worlds and things, and tell me a little bit about that experience because that's got to be a great experience.
It was equal parts great and terrible. I don't want to burn any bridges and I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but I think just in the venue change between it was originally supposed to be in Ireland and then it ended up getting moved to Wales. I think that just completely shook up everything. So we were
Yeah.
put on a red eye to go, while I was cutting weight, we were put on a red eye, flew into Dublin, and then waited in Dublin. We had to spend all day there doing pretty much nothing and then take a ferry at night to Wales. So we didn't end up getting to Wales till like 3 in the morning. So at that point, it had been like 2 nights with no sleep. And then the tournament started at 7 o'clock the next morning. So I was
Oh
like,
wow,
this.
brutal, brutal. Yeah.
So it was pretty brutal. Luckily for me, I didn't fight that day. I fought the following day. And at that point, after all the travel, I was just so ready to like get in there and just be aggressive. In my first fight, I don't know if you saw, I posted some of the highlights on my social media. I just
Absolutely.
came in there like a steamroller, and just smashed through that poor girl. So that was really fun. And then to see kind of where I stacked up against the international competitors was really good. I wish my bracket was filled out a little bit more. That was like that was one of the like complaints I had, is that I didn't get as much experience as I wanted. I thought for sure I'd be fighting like 4 or 5 times, but that wasn't the case. But overall, it was nice spending that final day in Wales. I made a lot of friends, made a lot of good connections. And then on top of that, I had David Haar cornering me, which was awesome. I know he's like heavily involved in the USK process. So just having him as a corner and as a coach was awesome. That was a great time.
Yeah, no, Dave's a pretty cool dude. That's good. That's great. Let's talk about your coach normally. Who is that and where do you train?
I train out of the Institute Muay Thai. My coach is Mike Burke. He's been my coach for 5.5 years now.
He's a pretty good guy, right?
Oh yeah, he's awesome. I trust him so much with this whole process, and he's just made himself completely available for pretty much whatever I need, which is really nice for this fight camp. I think both of us can feel how much this next fight is going to mean to me after losing the last one. So I'm really happy to have him back in my corner.
There is I'm going to put it on this video. People are going to be able to watch it like right now, but there was a very emotional moment, and you have a couple of them that I really enjoyed. And one of them was with you when you won the WKAs, and it was just like a big hug in the middle of the ring. I happened to catch that by accident, like on my phone that time. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really cool. So you can tell like Mike means a lot to you when you're in there, and obviously he's helped you through just about everything. And there's another one. I'm going to put the picture up right now. When you won the USKA title, and Joe Stripling raises your hand, and you just like exploded with emotion. I thought that was really cool too. And then you talk about going overseas and the emotion coming out. So is that you? Are you a very emotional person like that? And does that help you? Does that hurt you sometimes? How does that work?
I think in the past, honestly, it has really hurt me because I tend to get frustrated very easily. And I tend to be a little bit hot-headed, but I think I've really been able to channel just the sort of, I don't want to say anger, but I would just say I would say more determination than anything after the last loss, because I feel like I didn't represent myself well, and I feel like I didn't represent my gym well. So I feel like that's what's really fueling me, that chip on my shoulder. And I think as a whole, our gym has gotten back to that sort of sentiment of like showing that we have something to prove to people. I'm sure you saw it in the last USK. My teammate Flynn fought, knockout. That's where we're at right now as a club. We're going for knockouts. We're going hard. We're not letting people walk over us. Like, we're getting back into our old school methods of just being grittier and tougher and more relentless than our opponent.
Right. And you must all have nicknames, because I know him as Riff Raff. Right. And he did. He had a great debut fight with USKA. And you trained regularly with him. I know Mike said that he was going to be impressive, and he certainly was. Yeah,
he's definitely going to be one of our top fighters coming up. He's beyond his years, just technique wise. I train a lot with him. Whenever I would cover classes or spar with him on our hard sparring days, I would always try to give him that lefty look. I'd try to emulate what his opponent was going to be. Just like, I'm sure he does the same for me, and I'm sure my other teammates do the same for me, just trying to represent more accurately what our fights are going to look like. So yeah, I'm excited to see where he goes. And we definitely spend a lot of time training with each other.
Right. And you have some other very accomplished fighters in the gym with you, correct? I mean, you want to drop a few names there?
Yeah, so we have our two pros, Greg Velasco and Frank Wells. Frank is usually my second corner. They've had a lot of success on CFFC, going more the MMA route, but obviously both of them have their accolades in Muay Thai and kickboxing as well. We have Andrew Leonard. He's trying to get on for USK for this one in March. I don't know if that's going to happen. I know there were some issues with like weight class and style and all that. I've been saying for years, you guys would love his style, so I hope he gets on there as well. But yeah, we're a solid group that is coming up through the gym.
I'll make a note about Andrew, and I'll follow up with Dave on that for sure. And then Wells, it was funny. We did a fight at Signature Academy, and it was attached to a fitness center. I think he worked out all day long while Riff Raff was getting ready for his fight. That was pretty cool. So how do you train, and how has that changed over the years, and how are you training specifically for this fight? How many days a week you in a gym? What are you doing? What are you working on these days?
So I train about 6 days a week. I do something a little different every day. So I have about 3 days of just pure strength training, going, heavier lifting, and I feel like that has really helped me build muscle and influence my power, especially on my kicks. As far as like my Muay Thai training, I'll do that 3 to 4 days a week. I'll grapple, just for the sake of diversity and also for helping in the clinch. I'll do that usually 1 to 2 times a week, and then I have my own conditioning that I do usually 3 to 4 times a week. I just recently started as a personal trainer at a gym. So, with that, I'm a lot more active and like it's honestly more inspiring. I get new ideas on like how to work out. I have new people to train with, new friends, new coworkers. So they've all been helping me stay really consistent. I train probably 3 to 4 hours a day with all the different strength, Muay Thai technique, all cardio training, all that. I feel like I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in.
Wow. So you're living in the gym.
I absolutely. Yeah. I work in some capacity every single day. Whether it's training my own kickboxing clients out of the Institute or whether it's as a personal trainer at my gym. I'm working every day and I'm, just trying to do as much as I can.
How did this journey all start for you? Why did you get into the fight game?
So I got into the fight game. I was always a really active kid. I always really liked contact sports. I was a basketball player, then a rugby player. And growing up, after football season was over, my dad and I would always watch the UFC. And I was like, I want to do that. And my parents were like, you are not doing that.
You're not doing it.
So then when I turned 19, I was like, I'll try it. Why not? And a mutual friend actually knew Coach Mike, and we got in touch that way. And I always went into it with the intention of, I want to fight, I want to compete, I want to do this. It was never a case of just want to do it for cardio or anything like that. I knew deep down that I wanted to do it, and I knew I'd be able to do it. And I think a lot of people probably doubted me because I was very overweight. I lost in the process about 35 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, to be able to be more competitive. And I had full confidence in my ability to do it. I just knew that that's who I wanted to be. I just knew it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great story. So, hey, the fight is March 18th. It's USKAfights.com. It's going to be in Delaware. You got the headgear off. I'm going to give you the last word. And then, when we share this video, you can share it with your link and they can purchase tickets through you. So last word is yours.
All right. Thanks. I just want to say a big thank you to all my training partners, my coaches. Coach Mike, you're the best. Coach Dave, thanks for cornering me in Wales. I'm sure I'll see you March 18th. Thank you for all the support, all my friends and family for the continued support as well. Everyone at the gym and everyone that's helped me along the way. I got to give a big shout out to my strength coach. We've been working together now for about 9 months. His name's Matt Cooney. Cooney Strength and Conditioning. If you need a good strength program, hit him up. He's really good. But other than that, that's really it. Just big thank you to everybody that makes this possible.
All right. Very good. I'll see you, I guess, in less than 4 weeks, Alex. Good luck.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Gary.